Welcome to the Oakley Podcast, Trucking Business and Family. My name is Jeremy Kellett, Director of Recruiting here at Oakley Trucking, and I'm your host for this podcast. On this episode, I have got Mr. Bryan Carpenter, one of our owner-operators that I sat down with. Megan's here with me too. Sorry. Just kidding. I sat down with Bryan Carpenter, one of our owner-operators, Megan. He's a super guy. He's a veteran. He's been driving for 30 years. He's got some very interesting hobbies. Wait till you hear about those.
Yeah.
He's got some sad stuff going on in his life. His dog passed away, which was tough. But he is such a good success story here at Oakley. Just another one that we have all the time. I mean, it's just a great episode, and he's a great guy, and I appreciate him coming on and sharing his story with all our listeners. So it's going to be a good one.
I'm excited. I've known Bryan for a while.
Have you?
Yeah. And he's always in a good mood when I talk
He
to
is.
him.
He's just super positive.
Yeah, always.
He was talking about he does some TikToks, some positive TikToks.
Really?
Yeah. Have you not seen them?
No.
I haven't either, but Annabelle said they were good.
Okay.
And
I'll
he
have
was
to watch
telling
them.
about it.
Yeah.
What did he say? The Pilot Boy 2018, I think is what it was.
You don't have TikTok, though.
I don't know. I'm telling my listeners that so they can go
Yes.
look him up.
We'll
so.
show Jeremy.
Yeah, what's going on in permits, licensing, truck trades,
Lots of truck trades.
Canada, everything good?
Yeah. 2290s. By the time this comes out, it'll technically be due.
Oh, 2290s.
Yeah.
You getting a bunch of them coming in?
Not too many. It just varies from year to year on how many people will pre-file or just wait until, the due date.
What's the due date?
You've got from July 1st to August 31st to get those paid if you don't pre-file.
Yeah.
So just make
And
sure
get
you
us
get
a
it.
copy.
Yes, and we have to have a copy. Yeah. Yeah. All's good around here. What about you?
All good. Hey, tell everybody what we did last night.
Oh, we went to Topgolf.
The
and I
whole recruiting
smoked
department.
Everybody in recruiting. I was really good.
Whatever.
I really was better than I thought.
Yeah,
I
everybody
get
was.
the first practice shot out of the way where I don't hit the ball at all.
Yeah,
And then when it makes contact, it's good.
it was.
And you said something about my follow through too.
Yeah, you had a good follow through. You had that thing up there around your shoulder like you knew exactly.
I almost let it go behind me.
Freddie Couples.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good.
Whoever that is.
It was great though to get everybody together.
Yeah.
The whole recruiting department. Matter of fact, Keith from Arrow came
Keith.
down. I mean, it was kind of his treat. So we appreciate that, Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
Yeah, that was fun.
We also had Randolph.
Randolph
was
came
there.
out and hit a
Yeah.
golf ball. That
Yeah,
was
he
pretty
was
good.
pretty good.
He was
Yeah.
focused on that thing. I mean, it was the first time I'd ever been to Top Golf.
Yeah, no, I had never been there before, and it actually takes a lot of skill. It's not like putt-putt with ice cream cones, although next time we should do that. In October. Yes.
Yeah, it was a little hot last night for sure.
Steamy.
But I mean, everybody. Gail hit the golf ball. Wendy hit the golf ball.
Yeah.
Annabelle hit the golf ball.
Yeah. But
I mean,
Annabelle's cheating because she
Randolph.
does it all the time, according to her. So,
I'm sure she does.
yeah. She was like, yeah,
She
sure,
looked like
I
she's
can
done it
go. I
before.
mean, I don't normally play golf, but whatever. Yeah, we always have fun together.
Yeah, it was a good time. Everybody get out and get away from work. And,
Yeah.
Except Kent.
Well, somebody's got to be a party pooper.
Yep.
He's all too happy to do it. What else, Jeremy Kellett?
I don't know. Well, we're recording this Friday, and I'm fixing, as soon as we get done with this intro, I'm leaving.
Yeah, Jeremy's really antsy to get out of here.
Antsy, we're headed to Panama City for the week. My son's coming in, and his girlfriend from New York City, flying into Florida. My youngest is driving in, probably Sunday or Monday. He's working, but and we got to spend all week next week down there.
All week with them. You're just like
Family,
old times.
6 of us in a condo.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
It is.
Oh, my wife's looking forward to it. She loves to hit the beach and just sit under an umbrella and
Me too, sister.
work on her tan. I mean, it's gonna be fun. What about you?
We're going to a cabin next weekend for the 4th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we'll have the 4th is on a Friday this year, which is really great. I hate it when it falls in the middle of the week
Yep.
and then you
Gotta come back
start
to
work and then you have a break and then you have more work. Yeah, so.
It was good. It was real good. I got to tell you, I got a quick story for you before I go.
Oh, good.
But I'm ready to go. But I'll
Okay.
make it quick. So I was on the phone with both my boys Sunday before last, Sunday evening, late Sunday evening. We were FaceTiming. And we had them both, we did a three-way there, which was fun, talking to them and just getting caught up and everything, getting excited about the vacation. Well, New York son, Cole, he didn't have a clue this was happening. Well, I already knew that some of us here from the office were flying to New York Monday morning to see some customers. So we take off and fly up to New York at at 6 a.m. We get there like at 9, something like that, 9:30. Well, I decided I didn't go with the guys Monday to see customers. I took a train we flew into White Plains, New York, which is just north of New York City. And I found a train. Elizabeth helped me. She downloaded these apps over the weekend. And I found a train coming into Grand Central Station, downtown New York City. So I jump on this train and come into New York City, come out of Grand Central Station, looking at my maps on my phone, trying to figure out which way to walk.
Yeah.
So I make it all the way to Barclays. Super high rise everywhere down in New York City. And that's where my son works, at Barclays. And this is about noon on Monday. And I go up to the guy at the desk, the lobby, and I say, "Hey, I'm here to see Cole Kellett." He said, "Okay, who are you?" I said, "I'm Jeremy Kellett, his dad." And I said, "He doesn't know I'm here." So the guy calls him, and he doesn't answer. Then he calls his work number, and he still doesn't answer. So I think, well, maybe he's already gone to lunch or something, So I'm sitting over there figuring out what I'm going to do, and all of a sudden the guy hollers at me, and he's holding up the phone and said, "I got him." So I go over there and get on the phone, and I go, "Hey, sir, I'm looking for Cole Kellett down here in the financial district of New York City." And there was dead silence. And he said, "Pops? Are you here?" I said, "Yeah, I'm down here. Come take you to lunch." He said, You're here in the building." I said, "Yeah, come on down." And he could not believe it. When he came coming down out of that building and gave me the biggest hug, he did not, his face was so confused.
Yeah,
He could not. I wish I'd have got it on video. I was videoing the guy calling him, thinking he would answer and I could get us all. But anyway, that didn't work out. But he was so confused that I was there. He said, "I just talked to you last night on your back porch." I said, "Son, you never know. Don't ever underestimate Dad."
No.
And so he said, "I was wondering, I was sitting up there going, why is the front desk calling me? Why would they be calling me?" And he was telling me, he said, "I finally called the front desk back and he said, 'Hey man, your dad's down here.'" And Cole said, "Dude, my dad's in Arkansas." He said, "No, I'm serious. He's here." He said, "You've got the wrong person, man. My dad is in Arkansas. I just talked to him last night."
Oh.
He could not believe it. So we went to lunch, took a long lunch. He gave me the tour of his building.
Yeah.
Then he had to work had to work the rest of the afternoon, and we hooked back up that night. I went to see his little tiny apartment that he's so proud of, which is good. But and me and him, Sharina went out to dinner, and then he didn't want me to leave, and so we went and had a couple drinks at the place next door, and we just had the best time laughing.
Aww.
Oh, he just thought that was the best day ever. So
wow.
that was my. And then the next day, I got to hook up with the rest of the guys and go see a bunch of customers in downtown New York City. So
still got some tricks up your sleeve, eh?
He said, "You did one on that." Now he said, "You got me on that one." I said, "Never underestimate me, son." Oh, then we took this picture together right outside his building, and I put it on my family group text, and it wasn't 10 seconds, and Clay calls me, my other son, and I let Cole answer the phone.
That's great.
Oh, I had them messed up. It was such a good time, though. So much
Classic.
fun. Never know. You got to take advantage of that stuff when it happens.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I hadn't seen him since Christmas, so I was really struggling there.
Yeah.
So. Anyway. It was good. Good stuff. Good surprise. Hey, Never underestimate me. I can surprise people.
Yeah.
He did it to us is kind of the going thing there. He showed up. He told us some big story last year where he was going somewhere for the weekend and all this. And I'm sitting out there in my lawn chair looking down my driveway in the shade, and here pulls up a car and gets out Cole Kellett.
Oh, okay. So
Last
he
year
started
he did this.
it.
He started this deal.
Okay, got it.
So
You'll really have to blow it out of the water next time.
I
Then.
know it. I don't know how I can do that. But anyway, good stuff. Good story. Back to what we're supposed to be talking about is Bryan Carpenter.
Yes.
Great story. Great episode. I sat down with him. Just a great guy. Just another example of what we have here at Oakley. So hope all you guys enjoy the episode. Talk to you later. Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer strives to take care of our owner-operators as quickly and accurately as possible. As a family-owned and operated company, they understand and value the importance of relationships just like we do. That is why Oakley owner-operator Joe Williams continues to return to their shop for service on his truck.
I've been with Oakley Trucking for 2 years in this April, first time owner-operator. It was a shock, the maintenance and the repairs on it, because I've never done anything like this before. And I told my wife, I said, I'm going to try that Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer, because they're so convenient. They're right there off the interstate, right down the road from Oakley Trucking. And I talked to Nathan, and being an owner-operator, he tries to get the owner-operators in and out as quick as possible, because he knows if we're not rolling, we're not making money. If they tell me they can get my truck in at a certain time, they get it in at a certain time. If they tell me, well, it'll be ready at this time, it's ready at that time. So I can really count on them. They're competitive with anybody around, probably better than most.
Next time your truck needs service, give Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer a call at 501-568-2185 and let them know you heard it here on the Oakley Podcast. As all you listeners know out there, the Oakley Podcast listeners, I love to bring you our owner-operators. We get a lot of response when we bring our owner-operators and sit down with them and hear their story. And I can't tell you enough. And one of the reasons I do it is I want you to realize how normal and good people truck drivers are. The general public has such a, negative stigma about truck drivers, and that's just not the case, especially at this place. So I got Bryan Carpenter sitting down with me today, owner-operator with Oakley for 3 years. He's got a great story. I'm looking forward to hearing all about it, because it just, once again, it gives everybody out there a sense of what truck drivers really are. They're people just like we are. They have problems. They have issues. They're smart. We've got the smartest owner-operators in the business at Oakley. Bryan's another one. I appreciate you sitting down with me, man. I tried to build you up there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Build me up to knock me down.
No. How you been?
I've been doing good.
Good?
Keeping busy, steady.
Life good?
Yeah, life's good.
Yeah.
A little bit last month, a little bit sad, but
Yeah?
I lost my best friend, 14 years, my little dog.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
That is sad.
so
14 years. That's a
Yeah.
pretty long life. What kind of dog?
little
was it?
dachshund.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit sad. A little bit lonely now.
Ride with you all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she even rode on the back of the Harley. I had a bag
my
on the back of the Harley. She went
Carried a
everywhere
dog
with-
on the back of
yeah,
the Harley?
Yeah, just put her blanket down, zip her up, and away we go.
She just lay there.
Yeah, she trusted me.
We got a dog too. It's probably 9 years old, I think. It's a lab, so I don't know the lifespan of a lab really.
They just
but
wrap around your heart,
Yeah.
Like, wow.
especially when you spend that much time
Yeah,
with
we're
them
together all the time.
together all the time. That's great. Well, let's give our listeners a little bit of background on Bryan Carpenter.
Well, I'm a veteran for one. I
Good.
did 3 years in the Army, and I'm a pastor's son. Went from, kind of funny, I went from high school to, my parents sent me to seminary school.
Okay.
After the first 3 months, first semester, we came to a decision. I'm not a pastor. And they didn't want me there, and I didn't want to be there. It was real strict, had a dress code and all that. But I went to the Army. And then after I got out of the Army, I started working in a factory and my factory job just disappeared, and my brother had been driving a truck for maybe 5 years more than me. And so I got talking to him, and I went to driving school, and it's been 30 years now.
No kidding.
Yeah, it just kind of come natural to me.
Yeah, you enjoy it.
I enjoy it. I do.
Now, you where you live at?
In North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a family?
Just 2 daughters, and they're grown up, 32 and 30 now.
Where are they located?
The one is in High Point, close to me, and one lives just north of Atlanta. She's
Okay.
married. She got married last year.
Now, is Greensboro, was it part of that big hurricane?
No.
Where you wasn't
No,
close to that,
No,
were you?
we're
Okay.
no, we're way in.
Okay, I wasn't
Unless
sure.
it comes up through Charlotte, then it'll hit us.
That was over by Raleigh, wasn't
Yep.
it? Okay, yeah, I got you. So, so you probably spend a lot of time driving a truck then with us.
A lot. Yep. Well, they keep me busy.
Yeah?
Yep. A lot. I usually stay out. Sometimes I go home on the weekends. But sometimes I stay out 2 weeks. Depends on what they got. They know how to dangle loads in front of you. You're ready to go home.
Well,
Like
I
you
mean,
get a good load and off we go.
we're good at that, man.
Very good.
We've been known to, hunt a good dog a little too
Oh, yeah.
hard once in a while, but we've been guilty of that in the past too. But so your trucking career started 30 years ago.
Yes, sir.
How did that get started? I know you said your brother did it, so that's how you kind of got the.
I went to work actually for a LTL, and they put me through school, did all that, and I did a couple of different jobs over the years. I did 15 years LTL, and my job disappeared 3 years ago, and I went to work for a small company out of Charlotte doing dry freight, and bumping the docks, and I wasn't happy. They were good people, but it just all the sitting and waiting, and then I had a glider truck.
Okay.
So that had electronic logbook, but it was like electronic paper. And I'm getting older now, and they forget about your sleep.
Was that a company truck?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
And but when you got that electronic log, but with the glider truck, it's not really electronic; it's just electronic paper.
So
So
they had a glider kit for a reason.
yes, sir.
A little ulterior motive
Yep.
there.
When I was in orientation, he smiled at me. He said, "You're getting a glider truck. It's gold." And then I realized, well, where's my sleep at?
You realize what that meant.
Yeah. I got, do 700 miles overnight. When you get home on the weekends, you're zapped.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day, I could have done it, but I'm getting older. I can't hang. I just say it right fast. I can't hang with all that.
So that puts you in a position to make a
Yep.
decision.
I did. I got a friend that's been here probably 5-6 years.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Thad Henley.
Yeah. He was in here earlier.
He's
this
actually
week.
my best friend for 25 years. I've known him. We met at a truck stop in New York. And one thing about the boy, he's had my back for 25 years.
Did y'all work together?
No, he was always at a different company, and he did different jobs, but we've been friends for a long time. And I was looking, and he talked to me about Oakley.
So y'all didn't go to school together?
No.
Didn't you just met on the road and stayed in touch ever
That's
since?
exactly right. It was like an
You
instant
just had
connection.
a good conversation
Yep.
at a truck stop one night?
Yep. And he's always been there for me, and we've all been through some hard times, and I've been there for him. I know he's always there for me.
Yeah, it's good to have good friends. We were talking about that just a second ago before we started recording, and that, you guys have, and I don't realize it because I'm in this office, but a lot of our owner-operators have these, I call it cliques, of a group of guys that just stay in touch all the time, don't you?
That's it. Oh, exactly right. Yeah, I got a couple of clicks, a couple of phone calls. I'm not the most mechanical, and I never thought I'd own a truck because I was LTL for 15 years, pick up the phone and holler for help.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a difference, but I've had people that surround me that I like Dad and people, different people behind me that if I got a question or I need help, I can pick up the phone and people help me.
Yeah, it's good to have good friends that can do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of seems to be something that's going away,
Yeah.
with truck drivers and like it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
What about, just to back up a minute, and you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but, we just kind of skimmed over that time in the military, and that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a big deal to you.
It is absolutely. I was young. I did artillery for 3 years, and I would do it again. You know, I love my country, and I don't always agree with everything, but I still love my country and was proud to serve.
Is it something, you did it when you were so young, and now you look back and do you realize that was pretty bold what I did?
Well, I agree. I went from the minister school straight into the Army.
What made you go in there?
I was 18.
Did you get recruited?
No, I was 18, and I was tired of that. I grew up in a really strict church, and you couldn't wear short sleeves. You had a whole dress code, and I had no problems to each their own. But I just decided I can't be like that, and then I talked to the recruiter, and he said, "Sign here, and you can leave, basically tomorrow." And I'm out of here.
Did that cause any issues with your parents?
Yeah, they didn't. They told me I'd never make it, and looked me in the face, and which I forgive them, whatever. And I did. And it was hard. I mean,
sure.
I was 115 pounds back then. It was tough.
I bet it was.
When I got the basic training, I was like, "What in the world did I sign up for?" But,
they put you through it, huh?
Yeah, but I just get up every day and just keep trying, and I made it to the end.
Where'd you spend the majority of your time?
I did a year in Germany with the.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I spent a year in Germany, loved it over there, and then I spent some time at Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that was probably what year you think?
I was in Germany in 90, 91, whenever
What'd you do over there?
Artillery.
Oh, really?
A lot of my friends got deployed. I never got deployed. So,
Okay. You were just over there making artillery? Or?
Yeah, no. I was actually on the artillery gun, and we were doing training missions,
Gotcha.
and we were prepared in case they called us.
Oh, okay.
A lot of guys, they would come to work formation in the morning when Desert Storm started, and if your name was on that list, your bags was already packed, you had your shots, you were gone by the end of the day. So it kind of starts hitting home.
I bet it does.
A lot of guys sign up, for the military, get college, whatever, but when you're in that situation, it starts
getting real, doesn't it? When you look up,
real fast.
Your buddy next to you is gone.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm proud to be a veteran. I love my country so much.
Man, we appreciate that so much too. I do. I never had the urge to go to the military, but I always, now that I'm older, you look back and you admire people that did it, because it was such a big decision that they 18 years old. I mean, you didn't know what you was doing.
Not really. And as soon as you get off that bus and they're in your face, it's like, man, Mom and Dad ain't here no more.
They might have been right.
First word you heard is, "You belong to Uncle Sam now."
that could be a little scary, couldn't it, Bryan?
Absolutely.
Oh, man, that's good.
But when at the end of basic training, when you graduate and they come by after all the drill sergeants, all the mean to you, and then they shake your hand, congratulations, it kind of all comes around.
Yeah.
A lot of hard work, but.
So, fast forward back to talking about Thad. I'm assuming he got you talked into.
He did.
Maybe not talked into, but he wanted you to get your own truck and
Right.
come to Oakley and try it.
Right.
Big step for you, wasn't it?
Huge.
Go through that process a little bit.
Well, I tossed it over back and forth and talked to Dad a lot about it, and I wasn't happy with the job and just looking for the right place for me, right fit. I'm real independent, and and I decided to give it a try. I'm see, either I fall on my face or I do good. And 3 years later, I'm still here.
So you found a truck?
I did. I found a really good truck that done good for me. I had a couple issues, a couple breakdowns during the first couple years, but I did good.
Yeah, and so, you look up 3 years later and you're still
Yeah.
Now, have you got a different truck now?
In January, I was able to get a W9 Studio.
Really?
Yeah,
Brand new.
brand new. And I got a team in Oklahoma. I got to give them shouts because, I wouldn't have even thought about it without my team backing me. They know.
And you're referring to your dispatcher?
Yeah, my dispatcher.
And coordinator.
They take care of me.
Yeah. Well, you do all the work. We just give you the opportunity to make it. But those guys are good. Oklahoma, I really love those guys over there. I've got a little piece of me over there because I put a lot of time in over there when we started that place. And it was they get some good guys over there that uprooted their families and moved out there to make it happen, and
Right.
just done great over there. So yeah, I didn't realize you were being dispatched out of there. Good. What do you like about? I mean, you're pulling an end dump, which is unusual. I say unusual. A lot of people don't understand, what that's like. They think it's local construction, sand, that kind of work. I mean, you do a lot of different things. You travel all over the country.
I do.
I mean, what's some unique stuff you've done without giving details? Just some unique loads or unique places or.
It's every day is an adventure, especially since I got the long nose. It makes it more challenging to get in and out of these customers, gravel pits. I went to a Navy base a couple of months ago down in the bottom of Georgia, nuclear sub base. Took some baseball dirt in, dumped it for the softball field. And they had to get me approved to get on with the background check. And then once I got approved, I had to go to security. And I still had the dog with me, and they made us stand out and look at the wall while they went through our truck. We couldn't even look at them.
Really?
All for baseball dirt. I understand the security. It's
Yeah,
a nuclear sub base.
Right.
Like they said, look at the wall. I said, yes, I understand.
Serious place right
Yeah,
there.
that's serious.
Yeah.
And I had an escort, of course, escorted me to the softball field.
Okay.
And the worst load I've ever had.
I mean, the best, the thing that's in my mind is there's a softball field on a
It's a
nuclear base,
It's
or
a,
what?
it's a base. It's like
So it's huge, like a neighborhood.
It's up. Yep.
Small town.
They
I got
got
you.
their own leagues and everything because the guy escorting me was the coach.
Oh. Okay.
He would look like a Navy guy because I guess he was probably a civilian or maybe the spouse or something. I don't know because he was talking about coaching the different leagues and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
You started to say the worst load.
The worst load I ever had, bauxite dirt.
Why?
I had barely started here, and maybe a couple of months, and I got a load of bauxite dirt. And when I was loading it, it was spitting rain a little bit, and I didn't know when that stuff gets a little bit moisture, it turns to concrete.
Mm.
And it turned to concrete. When I went to put it up in West Virginia, and nothing come out.
Oh my gosh.
It took me 7 hours. Chop, shovel, chop, shovel, chop, shovel.
I bet you was mad.
There's another driver, Nate, out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. I'm blanking on his last name now, but his name is Nate. And he got his shovel out and his axe pick, and he stayed with me for 7 hours.
Really?
And, yep.
That's
He's a good man.
good guy right there.
Yeah, I'd have still been there probably because it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I found out that stuff, it just,
Doesn't take much.
no, it doesn't take much. And of course, we don't have liners. Like
Yeah.
the half round,
Half round.
It just comes right out.
Have you hauled any more of that stuff
I
since?
hauled a load out to El Paso, and I was having nightmares.
Make sure it was dry.
Yeah, I did. And when I got out there, it started to stick a little bit, but then it broke loose. And I was like, oh, no, here we go again.
Well, a lot of people don't understand the dump truck business, the end dump business like we do, and we've been doing it a long time, and so many different products that you haul, and it is over the road trucking, and but your time here, you must be doing good, or you wouldn't be here 3 years.
That's right.
And continue doing it.
Yeah.
What's some of the favorite things you like about Oakley?
I got a lot, almost like a family. All the people when I come in the office, people know me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like super big like a mega carrier. They got quite a bit of trucks, but people know you and people know how you work. And, they pretty much leave me alone. I'm real independent.
Right.
And they just, unless I just get too crazy, they let me do my job, give my loads, and, don't really babysit me. I'm kind of do my thing.
Your biggest challenges are probably traffic.
Traffic's a big one.
Just learning, just dodging people.
Yeah.
When people start at Oakley, that's what I always tell them is I want you to concentrate on customer service and safety. That is plenty,
Right.
For you to worry about all day, because that's a task in itself right there with all the different rules the shippers and receivers have that you go into these places and they have you do different things, and PPE, your protective equipment, and, can't get on the trailer and things like that. But the traffic,
Yeah.
how do you manage that, Bryan?
Takes a lot of patience. I mean, getting in Atlanta or you get in Chicago, I mean, you just got to stay calm, you know, and they'll cut you off, and they're just up in your face all the time. You know, I guess that's why they put us in a little box, because they don't hear us yelling at them. But, I mean, you know, it's going to get on your nerves. It is what it is. You just do the best.
What do
you
you
can.
wish the general public knew about trucks?
What we could see, what they do, the stupid moves they make, you know, that they put their life on the line just to get 5 seconds ahead of you, and that I can't stop on a dime. I got 80,000 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that truck's heavy. It ain't gonna, you know, if they slam on the brakes and they cut me off,
Yep.
I do the best I can, but you know, that thing gonna just come to a stop.
Yeah, I wish more people. We've talked about this before in other episodes with other owner operators here. I mean, they all you guys say about the same thing. You know, that you wish the general public would be more educated to know that you can't stop. You know, and don't cut you off, and you know, just know. I mean, that's how you make a living out there,
Right.
doing it. But and driving. Well, how many hours you typically drive a day?
10, 11.
Yeah, I mean that's a long time.
Yeah.
In that seat.
And you've been doing it long enough, and you can look down the road and kind of predict what people's going to do, and you can prepare for a little bit, but then they pull something stupid, and you're like, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. Yeah, my crew here makes fun of me, the recruiting department, because I tell them all the time, y'all need to get out of that left lane. You can't see what's going on up there.
That's
I'm a
right.
right lane guy, a cruise control guy. Yeah, I used to didn't be when I was young, but you know, I have been for a long time now, and they make fun of me, you know. Just get out of our way, you know, my coworkers, because they like to get in that left lane, and all they can see is the butt end of that vehicle in
Right.
front of them. They can't see. I can see it all coming to a screeching halt up
Right.
there. On the way home yesterday, sure enough, left lane, rear ender. They were on the side of the road, you know, holding up traffic, and then, you know, all of a sudden I see other ones darting because they're all coming to a stop, and you see one hitting the median because
Right.
they're not paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you see
Oh,
all
see-
kinds of
see-
stuff.
See it all the time. People,
What about other truck drivers out there?
you know, this new generation, they just don't care anymore. It used to be like a brotherhood, and the newer ones, they pull the same stupid moves as the cars, you know, and they can just shake your head like, what was you thinking? You didn't think that was going to work, did you? You know, I mean, this ain't a car. You know.
Have you seen some accidents?
I have, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen a few over the years, and I can't think of one right away. I've seen a car flip in the median before. Just watch it. It's like slow motion in front of your face. Just like, man, I didn't really see that.
Yeah.
And I was in Texas going down 75 into Denton one time when I was LTO, and a car come up beside me. It was an Explorer, and I seen him beside my back trailer. I was pulling doubles, and all of a sudden he I don't know if he blew a tire or whatever, but he shot through the rubber poles and hit the concrete barrier on the other side with I guess it was like the HOV lane, and he was bouncing beside me on his top.
Oh.
I was watching my mirror, but he didn't hit me,
Yeah.
and I thought if I stop, he's going to try to blame me,
Yeah.
you know. And I was already, I'm going to cause a traffic jam just stopping in the road. So I just watched it and kept getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's scary.
You know, I wasn't fault. I believe it was probably a tire or something. You know, they had a problem with the Ford Explorers a lot of times blowing tires, and all of a sudden he just shot and was bouncing.
Golly. I saw one, probably the worst one I saw, Bryan, was last year. And I was coming, I don't know if you're familiar with Clinton, Arkansas, and Highway 65 that goes up through there. And everybody around here will know what I'm talking about. But I was coming back from the lake, from Bull Shoals Lake, and pulling my boat. And I was coming, there's this big hill that it starts way up, and it just it gradually comes down, and it comes down to a stoplight as it comes into Clinton, Arkansas. And I was, you know, right lane, coming down, taking my time, and you kind of come around a corner, and then you see the light. And as soon as I come around the corner, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I saw one car was just kind of slowly in the median. It'd just been hit or something, but this big truck had, I guess, lost its brakes and came down and had just smashed into this F-250 pickup sitting at the light to go northbound. The truck was coming southbound. And I look over at the truck. He's a few lanes over on the left, and I see the guy's legs sticking out of the passenger side door. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that guy's dead.
Crazy.
And I just could, smoke was going, and like you, I was over in the right lane just easing through, and of course I called 911 real quick because I just came up on it. I didn't see that the crash happened, but just a few seconds, and I called 911, and of course everybody had called 911 and got out there, and there were several cars involved in it, and I didn't stop and go back. I mean, everybody was gathering around, But anyway, it was one of the most horrible wrecks I'd ever seen. And then I found out later, I would look it up, later, and sure enough, it killed an old boy in that F-250 pickup, and him just sitting there at that stoplight, and that truck, I guess, just
lost his brakes.
Lost it and could not stop. And it's just a sad deal, and I think people don't understand. But, I just, that's a prime example of trucks, can do things. That poor guy, that driver that I saw his legs hanging out of the passenger side window, he must have lived because they said there was only one killed, and it was in that F-250 pickup. And, he's got to take care of his side of it too. You got to know how to drive.
Right.
And you got to know how you come down off that mountain and what's going on. I mean, big deal, Didn't mean to, throw a sad story in there.
You're fine. I mean, I've seen stuff over the years. It is what it is. Some things you see it, you don't want to see it.
At Aero Truck Sales in Springfield, Missouri, they take the hassle out of buying and selling semi-trucks. No matter the manufacturer, the style of cab, or the type of engine under the hood, they can make you a fair offer on your semi-truck with no games or gimmicks. They carry trucks from all the major manufacturers in the trucking industry and perform a thorough inspection of every truck on their lot to ensure safety and quality and give you confidence that you're getting a reliable truck that will last you for years at a price that you can afford. Aero has partnered with Oakley Trucking and the Oakley Podcast for years and are proud to provide our owner-operators with trucks that meet Oakley's qualifications and each owner-operator's specific needs. So whether you're a first-time owner-operator or just looking for a change of scenery, give Keith Wilson a call at 573-216-6047 and let them know you heard it here on the Oakley Podcast.
So let's take a more positive turn here.
Okay.
I wasn't planning on going that route. Let's talk about what does Bryan Carpenter do in his free time. We all have, things we like to do when we're not working.
Right.
You like to put your energy in something to get away. Whether it's bass fishing like me or whatever. I mean, everybody has that. What does Bryan Carpenter do?
Well, of course, I got a Harley. I like to ride the Harley and travel, and I volunteer at home at it's called Liberty Showcase. It's a music theater. They bring in the old country people. It's like a small venue with 450 people. And when they have shows or stuff, I've been doing that about 5 years now, 6 years.
What are you doing that?
I'm an usher. Tell people where their seats at. Customer service. Sometimes I carry in the equipment off the bus or.
How'd you get involved in that?
Well, I was a regular customer because music is my world every day.
Oh, really?
My dad played the piano, mom played the piano. I got left out. I can play the radio. But it's still inside of me.
What kind of music?
Country, old country. That's my biggest, but I was raised on gospel music.
Right.
And I was a regular customer at the theater, and I was about to go broke paying for tickets. And they started growing a little bit, and I asked them, you need help? And then it's been 5-6 years I've been there.
So you get to help out and see the show.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of good names.
Who?
Sammy Kershaw, the Oak Ridge Boys. Josh Turner was just there. I missed that one. But Aaron Tippin.
Yeah.
Just get to meet a lot of good people.
That's not that old of a country,
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about Waylon Jennings or Willie Nelson. You're in the
like 90s country.
country.
Mark Wills was there a while back.
Yeah.
This coming Saturday, that's what I'm trying to get home for. We got it's not a music show, but we got the pro midget wrestlers, the short people
in the theater.
Yeah, and it's a funny show.
You seen it before?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, they usually sell the place out.
Really?
Yeah, it gets a little crazy.
Come to think of it, I think they have that down here at the Arkansas Travelers baseball game sometime during the year. I think
Yeah.
they have it one time.
The funny part is they got a stack up baking pans, like pizza pans or aluminum pans, which it makes a bunch of noise, but they sign them and they got a whole stack of them. At the end of the show, you can pay $20 and get you a pan, which it's autographed, and you go in there and let them hit you over the head. and they sell every pan they got.
No kidding.
Yeah, people lined up down the aisles.
To get hit in the head with a
Yeah,
pan.
or you can hit them, whichever your choice is.
Now, what'd you do?
I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it this time. I've been thinking about it the last 2 years.
Oh my God! You gonna get hit or you gonna hit them?
I'm going to let them hit me.
There you
It ain't going to hurt my head.
Something is wrong with you, man. So other than that, you ride a motorcycle around?
Yeah, and also, there's a radio station in Jennings, Louisiana, and I've been volunteered with them for 12 years.
Doing
It's a
what?
Christian country station, and help him organize his media, set up interviews,
You do that from the road?
do it when I spare time from the road when when I break or whatever. And I got a team under me now, and I kind of organize his media team.
Nice.
Kind of watch over them, make sure everything
Heck yeah. You
Music-
stay involved then.
Music is my
Music is
yeah.
good. I enjoy listening to music too.
It's-
I like some of that country.
I mean, you could take a lot of stuff away from me if I took my radio.
Do you listen to Y2 country on satellite radio?
No, I listen to country classics, and then I listen to that one out of Louisiana.
Do you have satellite radio?
I do.
You
I
do?
do. I listen, but if I'm listening to prime country.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's pretty good too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got lucky with satellite radio way back 20 years ago. I paid $500 for a lifetime membership.
Did you really?
Yep.
That was smart.
It was a healthy investment.
It was.
So all these years, I just have to pay if I switch radios, like $75.
Yeah. I can't go without it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Back in the day, you had to remember where your radio stations were across the country, and then they would fade out.
constantly searching.
Yep.
Searching. Oh man, well, good stories, Bryan. I mean, for me, I have got to get to know you. I didn't know any of this information until you sat down with me today. So it's been a pleasure to get to know you. Anything you'd like to add?
No, I'm just.
What about? Didn't you tell me you did TikTok?
Oh Lord.
You do some TikTok?
Something like that sometimes.
You do?
Yeah, I try to be I'm a positive person. That's my nature. I'm a happy person.
I can
And
tell.
I try to just spread light, like give a inspirational something or in the morning. And I don't do it every morning, but I try to.
So how do we check them out? How do we find them?
I believe I don't know.
You remember anyway?
I think it's Pilot Boys because I got my pilot's license too.
Oh, you do?
I do, and I was talking to her about that yesterday. I got them back in 2004. I got my private and my instrument rating. I haven't flown in a long time. My intent was to go commercial, and I ran out of money. But I come back. I always come back to the truck. It's like it's there. They told me when you started driving, if you make it your first year, you're stuck. And here I am, 30 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What size of plane can you fly?
Just a little one, the 172.
Okay.
That's what I did most of my training in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You always got. I mean, that's good though. I mean,
My little brother now, and that sometimes I told her I'm a little jealous. He's on a 747, co-pilot, flying around the world.
Really?
He might be in Korea. He might be in Alaska. He's doing a cargo jet. And
Wow.
He don't ever know where he's going to end up.
You've been doing it a long
He said,
time.
I'm a truck driver in the skies.
I guess so. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I
he
never
did the
thought of that.
airlines, and then he worked his way up. He was a captain at the airlines, and he got on the cargo jet last year, and he loves it.
Mm.
It's just like team driving.
I
Once
guess
they
so.
take off, they got 16 hours to go. They got 2 crews, 2 pilots, 2 co-pilots. They just take turns.
They probably got certain. They can only do it so long.
Yeah, that's right.
Got to change out.
That's
Wow.
right.
Well, Bryan, you've got an interesting life.
Uh,
It's good to get to
I
know
keep
it.
busy.
Yeah, yeah. Did we ever say what the TikTok was? Did you tell? Say that again. Pilot Boy 2018.
There you go.
Y'all check him out on TikTok.
I was thinking that it was, but I don't want to give out bad information.
Pilot Boy 2018. Y'all check that out on TikTok and get some good inspiration from Bryan Carpenter. Bryan, appreciate you,
I
man.
appreciate it, man.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
doing
you
this,
talking
man.
to me.
Yeah, I mean, once again, we get to know our owner-operators, and I just, I'm just amazed every time I sit down with one of them and hear their story, and I hope y'all do too, our listeners out there, understand what truck drivers really are and what they mean to this. A lot of them are veterans. A lot of them have lives, besides driving a truck all the time, and they're just like we are. Good, great people, and I can tell you, it's so great to have somebody like Bryan Carpenter at Oakley Trucking. And we got a bunch of them out there, and I do my best to try to bring you those guys and girls and let you understand what truck driving is. Learn a little bit more about it, if you're the general public out there wondering. So just another prime example of Bryan Carpenter. We're going to bring you some more. We got some more episodes coming up, and we appreciate you guys tuning in with us. We'll talk to you next week.